Franklin, Gustekin, Orzel, and Booth. Gustekin back in the starting first set. Gets it underway with the serve. Indiana going on the attack first. Gustekin a bump. Franklin, who got her 1,000th kill, was on her before this match, went in for it. And the first point will go to Wisconsin on a shot that goes out of bounds.
Alonzo Corsellis goes for hands, just misses there. A little bit long, but a good rally to start this match.
So the Badgers are on the board first. Gustekin to serve again. Still not wearing the libero jersey. Orzel still on the red. A little light touch here at the net. Ashburn to Carter. Booth laying the blow.
Booth has really started to come into her own this season. She has been a strong force for the Badgers, setting that stage early on today in this match.
They're at the net. Franklin, Robinson, and Booth facing Hayworth. Set from Hayworth. In. It went out of bounds off Alonzo Corsellis, and Wisconsin gets the first 3 points.
IU is putting up some good plays here. They're just missing and not executing in serve receive. They'll need to get the ball back, though, if they want to stop this run from the Badgers.
So Gustekin and the Badgers looking to make it 4-0, but an errant serve goes too far, and now Indiana will have their first chance to serve.
Gustekin gives them the break there. IU gets to go back to serve now. IU coming into this match with a strong reputation behind the service line. Expect to see that be a big storyline today.
Kinsey Daphne will start the work here for Indiana. High toss. Put right back in the net, and Wisconsin will get to serve it again.
Those topspin serves can be tough. You got to time that toss just right.
So Orzel has been often the starting libero this season. Gets a serve off. Some trouble on the Indiana side. And it goes out of bounds, wide right. Another point for the Badgers.
Saris out of her element there, used to having the ball coming over her right shoulder, that time over her left. Can be difficult to get your bearings in a situation like that. Misses just on the outside.
And Orzel too far, like Gustekin a bit earlier. So both points for the Hoosiers off of errant serves.
We got Hayworth back to serve for IU. She currently leads the NCAA in aces. See what she takes care of tonight behind the service line.
And there it is. And point for Wisconsin. Kind of close there.
Just long for Hayworth. I'm sure we'll see her come into her own throughout this match and get those rolling from behind the line. Gets a break for the Badgers, though, on that one. Now we see MJ Hamill going back to serve as well. She's been on quite a few runs this season.
Hamill serves with the 4-point lead in the first set. Trying to get in there at the net. Hamill tries to dive for it, cannot handle it.
IU starts to get the middles involved with Ramelsburg on that kill. That will be a big tell for today because the Badgers will have to respect all 3 options for IU when Hayworth's back row.
Outside hitter Alonzo Corsellis. Hamill set for Smrek. And it's in the back court. A point for the Badgers.
Badgers say I can do it too. Run just about the same play as IU on that one. Smrek takes care of it. She has also really had a great, strong season so far. She's some really high hitting numbers. Her hitting percentage has been really strong. It'll be good to see what she does today.
Here's Franklin. Set from Alonzo Corsellis. Virgil touches it first. And as Smrek went in for it again. Trying to go, but blocked at the net. Temini Thomas Ilara and CeCe Crawford teaming up.
Tatum gets blocked by a big Badger block there, but the set by Hayworth was really athletic, but the Badgers, it looked like they were expecting it. They were camped out on Tatum on the right.
Franklin gets the serve off. Set at the net from Hayworth. And off the Badger. It'll be a point for Indiana getting back into it.
Ramelsburg having some success early on that quick in front of the setter. Looks like IU is going to continue to go to her until it doesn't work anymore. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Here's the freshman, Ramsey Gary. He's been a great libero for the Hoosiers this season. And Smrek again, another kill for her.
Great swing by Smrek. With a pass like that, the Badgers, it's going to be huge that they answer in serve receive today. And with a pass like that and all their options available, Smrek is going to get a great look on that quick.
Staying at the net, 6'9". Now CeCe Crawford to serve. A good dig there by Ramsey. And just wide right in the red, a point for the Badgers.
I like that break. Line. Yeah, you know, Steve Lowe meant a lot to this program. He means a lot to this city. As a player on this Wisconsin team to receive that scholarship, it's really an honor from his family. So really great ceremony before today's match, and he'll always be remembered in the field house.
Going in at the net, Ramsey dig. Booth is able to get it over, and a kill for the transfer.
Booth absolutely denies that. She's a force at the net, and she does a really great job of reading those out of context plays. When things just aren't necessarily, you know, in rhythm, she's able to react, and that's what we saw there. She read that play and hung a little bit late.
Crawford serves it up, 7. Trying to get it across court, but blocked at the net. Booth. And Temi Thomas-Ailara.
The Badgers were all over that right side attack. And it's the second time they've gotten Tatum this afternoon. Looks like they're reading something over there on the offense. They know it's coming.
Serve over. Set from Hayworth. At the net, the block attempt goes out. A point for the Hoosiers.
That time Tatum read what they were giving her, right? She came in hard. She still responded with that swing. She's like, you know what? I know you're there, but I'm going to use you, and I'm going to put thumb down on my swing and get that ball out of bounds. So that time, really great swing by Tatum.
And now Tatum on the serve. Hamel set. There's Smrek. Another kill for Anna Smrek.
IU block a little bit late over there on Smrek. She had a lot of court to swing at, finishes that play. Really great read there by her, knowing what that block was giving her. She had plenty of space.
Her third kill of the day. On the other side for Indiana, Ramelsburg leads her squad with 2. Ashburn trying to add to her service aces. And then this one out of bounds off the block attempt from Thomas-Ailara and Booth. Indiana inching back.
Coach Ayers said both of their middles are really strong behind the setter. You see Colheed, see what Tatum did earlier. She also uses that block.
So Colheed with the kill there. Sarah sends it over. And finding the backcourt is Carter Booth for the Badgers.
That's a tough play. It was a quick pass out of the back row. Booth was timing her approach, and she sped it up right at the end. You saw she may have been timed a little bit off there, but she's so athletic, she's able to reach high and paint that back line. That's going to be a score almost every time.
Pushtek in, serves it up. Ashburn keeps it alive. Devin Robinson cross court.
That is a fabulous out-of-system set from Guchtekin. She put up a nice high ball, let Devin Robinson do what she does best, go up and get it. That back corner is really tough to defend from the right side, and she paints it perfectly.
Guchtekin, who has an assist and a dig, finds a lunging Hoosier. It'll be a point for Indiana off the Badger.
Looks
Indiana
like that right side
upset.
pin, this time Colheed out of the middle on a slide. They've started to say, you know what, we got a big block over here, but it also gives us a lot to work with on the touch. So they're using those hands and getting points still on that pin.
Daphne to serve for the Hoosiers. High toss. Orgel handles it on the bump. Robinson slams it down.
Smart play by Devin Robinson, seeing that open spot on the floor. She also has that high reach. She's able to make that trajectory straight down. No time for that left back defender to get under that ball.
Orgel. Set from Hayworth. Ashburn set. Robinson. Nearly blocked for the point. Robinson again. And goes off of Ramsey Gary out of bounds.
Really great learning play by Robinson. She swings cross on the first ball, gets a touch block off that. She's like, all right, that's where that block is sitting on me. This time I'm going line. I know I have it. I just took a swing. Wide open down the line. Great kill by Robinson.
So as we go to the second time out, Wisconsin up 17. So on the Indiana side, they're also looking maybe for some records from Hayworth. He's 3 away in that service ace category for the Hoosiers. And also of note, her personal best in a match was 6. She's done it a couple of times, but notably she did it against Wisconsin last November. Be a matter of whether the Hoosiers can give her the opportunities to serve, as Orgel will serve it for the Badgers. A set from Hayworth at the net, a bump now. Another set from Hayworth, trying to go cross court, and a successful play there from Ramelsburg.
Yeah, that is a tough play for a middle. So Ramelsburg, she blocked over here. She blocked the right side for the Badgers. She had to land, get her footwork all the way to the other pin of the net, and get up for a strong slide swing. Really tough to do, very athletic.
There's the top spin serve from Hayworth. Franklin tipped up the net. Trying to go across court, but blocked by Cece Crawford. Sarah Franklin with her as well.
That hard cross shot on the right side for Tatum is pretty much covered by the Badger block. That set did fall a little inside. It looked like she didn't have too much to work with there. Tough, the Badger blocks there, straight down. Tough to cover that too.
Hamill up 10. And Ramsey Gary lunging out and sending it out of bounds. Avery Tatum.
That was a really strong serve by Hamill. It just bottoms out at the end. You saw the libero kind of have to drop to the floor quickly, completely flattens out and falls. Tough to pass. I've seen Hamill go on a couple runs this season. This could be one of those. We'll see. That was a tough serve.
Hamill back to do it again. Gets it off. Set from Hayworth. Trying to block up the net is Smrek, but it goes off the antenna and hits the judge, and it'll be a point for the Hoosiers.
The quicker Hayworth has been able to set this offense, the more successful her pin hitters have been. As long as her backcourt is putting up a good pass, she can really run the offense. This being only her second or so season for the Hoosiers setting, she's really shown some prowess in this match, but even the rest of the season as well.
Serve from Gosnell. Hamill set. Smrek. Her 4th kill.
Smrek at her height, tough to defend her on the quick. What's also difficult though is that middle for IU, she's got to be able to get her hands over fast and low. That way it doesn't get in a touch off the block like we saw there. But Badgers have all 3 options, so you got to respect them all.
Franklin served it for the Badgers. Hayworth. And at the net was Ramelsburg, but she got met by a block.
I like the risk by Hayworth there. It is a really great set. The Badgers just happened to feel like that one was coming, so they had a double block on the middle. But getting your middles involved is never a bad thing.
Franklin got it. Hayworth set behind her. Going in was Geddes. There's Temi Thomas-Ailara. Hayworth playing command there for the Hoosiers, but a point for the Badgers.
Maddie Saris again going for hands, just misses there.
So Franklin, Badgers 3 away from taking the first set. Hayworth off a few Badgers fingertips.
Really athletic approach by Geddes right there. She goes up, she reaches high. That's when they're having that success over there on the right pin, is when they're able to go up, reach really high, and get right off the top of that block. It's a big block for the Badgers, so you got to go up there and not be afraid to reach high and go deep.
Ramsey Gary wearing the black libero jersey. Smrek first to touch. She goes in for her 5th kill. Hoosiers keep it alive. Crawford to Smrek. Her 5th kill of the first set.
Smrek takes it over on 2. She has no interest in waiting for this set there. Just her body's in the right spot. She's going to approach and swing over on 2. That is not easy to defend. Completely, out of sorts for IU. Not going to expect that most of the time. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to let your setter take the ball. But love Smrek taking over there.
Crawford. Hayworth. Going in. Hamill digs it up. Temi Thomas-Ailara, but into the net in error. And the Hoosiers to 11.
With that out-of-system set kind of coming from behind you, it's not easy for Thomas-Ailara to track that and get that in. You have to have a lot of body awareness and court awareness to get those types of sets in.
Geddes serves for Indiana. Orgel back in. Booth. Shot. We'll stay alive. Temi Thomas-Ailara goes in. Ramsey Gary lunging out. And what a play.
Saris sets up Hayworth on that ball. Before this match, coaching staff has amazing things to say about Hayworth. She is just able to pretty much do it all. She's played almost every position there is. She's able to step in and just make athletic plays, at any time. A huge, huge asset for this Indiana team.
Geddes. Franklin voices the overpass. Ramsey Gary bump. Going in is Saris. Into the net it goes, and a point for the Badgers. It's set point.
Badgers have set point. They pretty much maintain control of this set the entire time through. They just need one to finish it off. IU in serve receive here. We've got Hayworth front row. She is able to attack a lefty setter, so let's see what they decide to bring to the table here on set point.
Ashburn sends it on set point for Wisconsin. Going in, a block. Temi Thomas-Ailara and Booth in the first set.
Cole Heat almost gets the touch off the block, but it just gets her on the way down.
Seems to be a discussion now on the court.
The down ref and the line judge having the chat about something. Not sure what the line judge may have seen there. Didn't see him make a call. I'm wondering if he thought maybe the blocker touched the antenna with her hand. Thomas-Ailara on the outside, but I'm not entirely sure.
Coach Aird didn't use the card, I don't believe, as this is the judges discussing it themselves. Fight song commenced already for Wisconsin, but perhaps they'll have to live for another point. Let's take a looking though at the series history between these two squads. Let's just go back to last year. Wisconsin took both matches. Indiana gave them a fight in the second one, almost able to push it to 5. Both squads kind of reiterated that it was close in that second one. They played tough. Indiana, in their history against top 3 squads, have yet to win, and this point has been reversed. It is now a point for Indiana. They live another play in the first set. The score now 24-13.
Yeah, we got no explanation on that. My thought is obviously either the ball hit the antenna before it hit, IU's slide attacker there, or Thomas Aguilera's hand got the ball. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, IU's back behind the service line, and 24-13, Badgers still have set point.
Saris looking to keep the Hoosiers alive in the first set. Tammy Thomas Aguilera hit it first. Robinson, this time it's an end to the first set. Now the fight's on.
Robinson was ready to put a period on that set and switch sides, so great attack down the line. That is what that...
A bit. Every team is in this conference is vying for a tournament bid, essentially. Leo Orgel, the bump. Franklin going in off the back of Alonzo Corsellis.
Strong serve by Hayworth. Orgel takes care of that first ball. Franklin has such a strong cut shot. Makes a swing there and knocks on the IU defender right out of bounds. Great swing, great play by the Badgers.
Orgel serves. Again, the libero in the second set. The net. Indiana ties it up. Now 1-1.
IU has a couple topspin servers on their team. It can be a tough one especially when you got a little movement on that topspin. Now we've got Gosnell coming in. She also, I believe, has a topspin from the first set.
Powerful serve.
Yeah, that's a tough ball to pass. Right in between two of the Badger passers and right on that end line. That's great placement. This serve is a really tough one. You have to get that toss consistent and perfect every time, and you've got to time up that approach. If you get it right, it can be that good, an ace.
Another serve coming from Gosnell. Robinson at the net, powers it through the hands, and a point for Robinson.
Hoosiers gave Devin just one blocker on the right side over there, and she used those hands, turned that out of bounds, thumb down, great swing. Still going for that line, which, like I said, until it stops working, she's just going to keep going for it.
Hamill back to serve. So Fieldhouse gets a bit quiet for her. Ramsey Gary, a set. That one sent by Geddes, and a point for the Hoosiers off the tip.
Nice pass by IU, gives Hayworth her option. She goes to Geddes on the right side. She's got a very dynamic approach. That gives her the ability to get up nice and early, see the court, and swing at what's open. Great swing. She got hands on that one.
Hoosiers take their first lead of the match, 3-2. Going in, Franklin gets a kill, ties it back up at 3.
Hoosiers put up a double block on Franklin there, but she has such great hand control and such great reach. She's able to find that ever, quickly closing seam in those blockers, snap it off, and get the kill.
Franklin with the tied second set early on. Set from Hayworth. And do a cross-court attempt and a point for Wisconsin, wide left from Geddes.
Geddes just a little bit long there on that deep corner. Again, Hayworth really had all her options available there. Hoosiers taking care of that pass.
Franklin into the net.
Hoosiers catch a break there with the missed serve. Geddes goes back to serve here.
Tied again at 4. Geddes served it. Ferd. Gets it over. Crawford, a point for the Badgers, 5-4.
Saris was a little bit early on that block for IU. She was coming down just as Crawford was attacking that ball. Pretty much gave her a wide open court to swing at us. She was on her way down. Crawford took advantage, pulls it down.
Crawford heads back to serve. Hayworth again, playing that setter roll. Again, Hayworth. Ramsey Gary. Saris beats the Badger block. A point for the Hoosiers. Tied again.
Play was a little crazy, but Hayworth is able to see the court so well. She's so athletic. She makes something out of nothing there. Puts up a great ball for her outside hitter who takes advantage of that big Badger block over there on the right side.
And they commend those fast feet. She is quite the athlete. You can see it on a play like that. Saris sends it. Hamill sets it behind for Smrek, who continues to tally on the kills.
And that play starts with a really great pass from Thomas Ilara. Badgers are taking care of the ball in serve receive, but make no mistake, the Hoosiers are putting up some really strong serves, driving those Badgers back towards the end line, moving them side to side, but they're buckling down, putting up a good ball like that one, able to set that right side, and Smrek finishes it for a kill.
Ashburn back. Their prolific server. And at the net, Indiana, Alonzo Corsellis.
A quick set out to the outside. Alonzo Corsellis times her approach just right, is able to beat that block and push it through.
So the Hoosiers lost by 12 in the first set, playing tight here early on in the second. High toss. Ashburn sets it. Robinson.
Great dig by the Hoosiers.
The point will go to the Badgers.
I like that decision by Alonzo Corsellis. It was really right in her wheelhouse over there on the outside, taking that ball over onto maybe just a little bit early on the jump. She's coming down, hits it long.
Gustekin in. She'll serve it. Now, kind of got substituted for Damrow at Florida to begin, but then came in at the end of that match, and they were able to pull away to get the reverse sweep. There's Hayworth.
Ramelsburg finishes that quick set. That is a great swing. When they're in system, the Hoosiers are really tough to defend because they really do have options on every pin. In that situation, they had Hayworth front row. They actually ran, 2 balls in front, but because Ramelsburg was up so quick, she still was able to get that ball down.
There's Hayworth on the serve. Ashburn set. Devin Robinson right on that Big Ten logo, and the Badgers go back up 1.
With the Badgers in system like that, IU in the middle has to respect Booth on the quick right there. So because of that, Robinson ends up on the right side with a single block. That's tough. She's going to put that ball away 9 out of 10 times. Orjol.
Hayworth bump. Getting it over is Geddes. And Sarah Franklin puts the Badgers up 2.
Great swing by Franklin. She really has some incredible range. Saw her get honored for 1,000 kills before this match, but what's really cool is she, out of a lot of people, is able to hit pretty much any area on the court.
Orjol, a service ace.
Strong serve by Orjol. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication in the backcourt for IU, but that's a tough ball to pass. They bring Saris back in, put her in the pattern. Hopefully to get a side out here and be right back in it.
Orjol again, up 3. Hayworth. And a block by Devin Robinson. I
like that attack approach by Geddes. She gives herself all the opportunity there, but That was just a really clean block setup by Robinson and Crawford over there on the right. Her hands were where they needed to be to finish it right into the middle of the court.
Orgel, who just had the service ace, a service error, ending a 4-0 scoring run for the Badgers.
Hoosiers bring Gosnell back into serve. She's got that tough top spin. She's been really consistent with it tonight. It's strong, it's fast, it's really a great serve. Let's see what it does to the Badger pattern.
Gosnell sends it out of bounds, a point for Wisconsin.
She got just a little bit underneath it there, just misses long, right where her ace was earlier. So I like what she was going for, just misses on the back line. Those just misses long or wide, you're gonna keep attacking those back lines and the sidelines because that's where you're gonna really struggle with the serving.
Hamill served it. There's Geddes closing in for Indiana. The lead cut down to 3.
Great spot. Tough to defend that inside line. That's what you call that area of the court, that deep inside line, because a lot of times you're going to have your left back defender right there on the sideline, not quite as deep.
Ramsey Gary. Orgel kind of backed up off that. But then at the net, Anna Smrek. Her 7th kill.
With that height, Smrek able to just go over the block on a quick like that. You don't see that very often, but how high her reach is, she's able to snap a quick over the top of that block and still get it right around that 10-foot line.
Franklin on the serve. Set from Hayworth. Geddes. Couldn't keep it in, sails it too far. And a point for the Badgers.
Geddes goes for that inside line shot again. That is what the Badger defense is giving her, but just misses it long. I like that area of the court, though. It was working for her.
Franklin service error. Indiana in the double digits with 10.
We've seen Geddes come in after Tatum earlier in this match. One thing that, this staff has said for IU is they have a lot of depth. They're able to use their players in different ways depending on what's working and what's not. And we've seen Geddes answer as she's come into this match.
Awkward there from Orgel. Overpass from Crawford. That'll be a point for Indiana. A miscommunication there.
Sometimes as a middle, you can get a little anxious to get up there quick on those quick sets, but you got to be disciplined. Watch out for that tape. Smrek just gets the net on that quick ball. IU with the point.
So Indiana gets a point off a free play. They're down 3. Geddes. Hamill sets it for Temi Thomas. Ilara. And she closes in with the kill. It's a 15.
Great location on that set by Hamill. She's coming off the net. She's spin setting that ball and putting it up exactly where Thomas Ilara needs it to be able to work with it and put it wherever she wants. Really athletic set from Hamill and a great finish by Thomas Ilara.
Crawford. Hayworth. The net. Colheed. Goes high in the air. There's Saris. But she's met by Carter Booth and Anna Smrek.
Hoosiers did a nice job covering their hitter there and giving themselves a second chance. Badger block waiting though on that. The coaching staff for Indiana has just said, you know what? We're just going to be who we are. We do what we do, whether we're in conference, out of conference. We are going to be what our identity is. And for them, we're going to serve tough and we're going to defend hard. And we are going to give it our best shot every single night. We expect to win every time we step on that court. And that has shown throughout this season and, even previous seasons for IU, but this year especially, wanting to bring that winning culture to IU.
Another service error from the Badgers. And what's kind of plagued them a bit this season, playing a role in the second set.
Yeah, it was a smart timeout, I'd say. Got yourself as a point right out of the gates. You always love to see that.
Nice Saris to serve. Timmy Thomas, Ilara, Franklin, and trouble at the net going both ways.
Crazy
Saris.
play on both sides.
Some of those balls stayed alive, but Franklin will have to make a dive for it. And it goes into the student section of the Wisconsin crowd, and a point for the Hoosiers.
The Hoosiers attackers are having success when aiming for the sidelines and the end line. When they're able to push the ball outside of the Badger defense, that's where they've seen the most success. Right there, that was right outside of Hamill's body. Kill for IU. You saw Franklin dive for that ball. Great effort.
Saris serves. Franklin touches it first. Carter Booth, another kill for the Hoosiers. They're coming back in the second set.
That is a strong block for Colby. Carter Booth is up there really quick, so she basically had to sell out and be up there on that quick set. She's like, you know what, in this situation, I'm going all in on this middle set. It pays off. Her hands are disciplined. Great block.
Saris again. Right at Franklin once more. Smrek, can she add to her kill total, but too powerful and not too far, and Indiana is within one.
Yeah, Indiana within one. Not sure if folks at home heard the field house get a little bit loud there. You know, the Hoosiers are putting together a run here. 16-15 Badgers.
Saris in play. A service ace from Saris.
That is a great serve by Maddie Saris. Right there in the corner, right at the feet of the line judge. A lot of times when you're passing in a passing pattern, that ball seems out, and that seemed like that's what happened there with the Badgers. It's just so deep. It's the longest part of the court. As you see, Saris is serving corner to corner. Great serve, great ace.
Yeah, and Indiana ties it, and if you can see the highlights so far from her today, she once started, though, it's just kind of a middle that could only do one thing, according to associate coach Gary White, but she's now able to play different positions with different tempos.
Yeah, I'd say one thing with Smrek today, I feel like she really just came into this match just ready to go. She is demanding the ball. She's up early. She's taking care of it each time. I love that she is going for a swing on almost every set. Not a lot of tips from her, not a lot of off speed, which it's good to mix those in, but it's great to establish her dominance over there on that pin and even on those quicks out of the middle. She's just really come in with a fire today, and it's shown. She's hitting 600, playing great. Her stats have only improved with each match this season, it seems like. So she's gotten stronger and stronger as the year's gone on.
So Sheffield, who called the timeout for Wisconsin, trying to make the adjustments here on the receiving end, was Indiana with Saris to serve once more. So will this be in Indiana's advantage? But right out of the timeout, a service error from Saris, and the Badgers go back up top.
Strong float on that serve, just wide on the sideline. Still huge, though, for IU to go for it behind the service line.
And the Badgers, the server in Ashburn, getting it over, blocked nearly. Play alive still. Off a finger. Alonzo Corsellis gets the point for Indiana.
Incredibly athletic play by IU there. Just to have the setter be able to put up a ball like that, you know, where she was on the court after a strange cover ball. The hitter to have the presence of mind to go up and not pull it straight down and use hands. Great play.
Ashburn gives it to Thomas Ilara. Going in, out of bounds from Hayworth.
The Badger block, expecting Hayworth to attack that ball. Like we said, she's a lefty setter. She's front row. IU's running a 5-1 meeting. They only have 2 attacking options beside their setter, so she is able to go up and attack that ball. She made the smart play there, set the quick. The middles for Wisconsin jumped with her, just out by Ramelsburg.
Kushtekin. Trouble on the Indiana side. Free play for the Badgers. Franklin Finds the backcourt and a kill for Sarah Franklin.
Hoosiers defenders all over the line for Franklin, so she takes what they're giving her and goes right to middle back.
Stecken up 2. Hayworth set. Ramblesburg met by Carter Booth.
It's tough to get up and give yourself range in that particular play for Ramblesburg because she's running all the way from the left front to the right front to hit that slide. It's difficult to time it right and give herself all the momentum possible.
Timeout called by head coach Arid and the Hoosiers, down 3.
Now Orgel's getting it done for the Badgers, so she's continuing to suit up in that red jersey while everyone else is in white. But who's to say there doesn't come a time where they need, Stecken back there. Everyone's strengths are different. It's great to have options. They're still able to play them both and have a really strong backcourt. So it's really a pro.
And while has been made a deal in Madison about it, they're still undefeated. They went to Gainesville. So despite having some issues there, they are still on top. And right now, trying to get the second set victory. But there is Indiana making a push back with Alonzo Corsellis defeating a block and gets the Hoosiers back within 2 in the closing points of the second set.
Alonzo Corsellis reaches nice and high there and gets in really quick. She's able to bounce it right through that Badger block.
Hayworth, a service error. Hayworth, who came in today.
Nice side out there.
Hayworth, who came in today and leading the country in service aces and aces per set. We'll set it here. There's Geddes off a finger. And they're within 2.
Geddes is very athletic. She's able to get in early and get up quick. And when she does that, it gives her the best chance to beat a really strong and really large Badger block over there. That's what we saw there. She swings nice and deep, is able to find the kill.
Alonzo Corsellis. Stecken, Orgel to Franklin. And powerful shot. Gets the Badgers to 22. Franklin's 5th kill of the day.
Great swing by Franklin. She's really just able to make the court work for her, find those open areas. She has great court vision.
Hamill, the 3-point advantage. Alonzo Corsellis. There's Geddes, Crawford, and Franklin with the block.
Geddes takes speed off that ball, but she doesn't go high. So essentially, she puts that ball right in the hands of the Badger block. As long as they're disciplined and finish that down, that's going to be a tough ball to get back up and cover for IU.
Hamill trying to close out the second set. Hayworth, there's Geddes. And a point for the Hoosiers. They're sticking with the Badgers as they make a push.
They go right back to Geddes, but this time a much different scenario, right? IU is in system. Badgers have to respect the other options. It gives her a lot of court to swing at. Badger block ends up in the net, but a much different play for IU. Better situation.
Ramsey Gary sends it over. Crawford. There's Franklin. Bump from Hamill. Stecken. Crawford at the net. Gets it right back. Smrek. And Ramsey Gary makes a great play to keep it alive. Geddes. Again. She gets her 7th kill. That matches Anna Smrek in this match.
You saw the IU get some really great block touches in that rally. They really read the Badger offense. They knew where each ball was going. Badgers were out of system. set themselves up in a great position to win that rally. It's getting loud in the field house.
Ramsey Gary only down 2. Smrek gets it right back with her 8th kill and sets up set point for the Badgers.
Smrek puts up a huge swing to get the Badgers set point. Perfectly in system. 1 blocker. She's going to go up and finish that ball. Having a big night. Anna Smrek with 8 kills, hitting over 600.
Franklin looking to finish off the second set on the serve end. There's Geddes. Orgel sprawling out. There's Smrek again. But Ramsey Gary going back. Free play for the Badgers. Orgel bump. There's Tammy Thomas Ilara. Ramsey Gary again. And that one will sail out. Alonzo Corselis, a powerful splurge. And back within 2 away from extending this set.
The Hoosiers have not given up. They are going to make this set go as long as they can to make the comeback. The libero is breeding some really great swings here. She's able to put up some big digs, keep them in the rally. As long as our backcourt is able to do what they do best and read and scrap and get the ball in the air, the Hoosiers are going to continue to give the Badgers trouble and put themselves in a position to win.
So set point again for Wisconsin, this time with Geddes to serve for Indiana. Trying to dial something up to keep the Hoosiers alive. Crawford, Hayworth, there's Saris. Tammy Thomas Ilara. Set from Hayworth, there's Saris. Near collision, bodies collide. Going at the net and play alive, but bad shot. Smrek sends it out, and Indiana now just has to get a point to extend it.
Badgers were just a little out of sorts. Indiana really put the pressure on them in that rally, and they were able to stay disciplined out of conference matches. We're really learning who we are. And then once you're starting to get into Big Ten play, it's okay. This is who we are, and that's what we're going to bring every single night, because every single night's going to be a battle. And they're just getting into this. So both teams, they have a lot to play for. They've both got 1 win under their belt in the Big Ten, and they're like, you know what, we're setting the tone. This match is important. We're both, we're coming into Wisconsin for IU. We're coming to Madison, and we're saying, hey, this is who we are. We're going to bring it. In Wisconsin, they want to defend their house.
The field house on its feet to try and preserve the second set. Hamill Smrek. She ends the second set. Another kill from Smrek. She tacks on 9.
Badgers go to...
And we are underway in the third set. Guse Kustekin serves it.
Great cover by IU.
Hayworth. And whoa!
What does it for IU on that play is their libero, Gary, right there to cover the ball off the block, able to set up another play. That's what's going to keep them in this match. If they're able to continue to keep the ball off the floor and bring an answer, they can wear down the Badgers.
All I could let out there was an audible gasp at how strong that shot was. Gustekin. Franklin finds the court and ties it at 1.
Nice high reach by Franklin, right down the line.
Crawford comes in. Orgel to serve. And Wisconsin lets it go on the overpass. A point for the Badgers.
Nice float serve by Orgel. Difficult to get control of that ball as a passer.
Orgel going back again. Going in on the swing. Geddes getting it just over Crawford. And Orgel lunges out for the dig. Franklin tries to smack it down. Orgel, another dig. This rally keeps going on. but Robinson too strong, and Indiana back tied up at 2.
Impressive defense on both sides of the net, playing the ball off the block. Orgel getting under that short ball. Those long rallies will really make this one interesting.
So Gary sent it over. Ashburn Robinson, that one's in play, and that was powerful.
Great finish down the line by Robinson. She goes after that line. She has a lot of success.
Hamill heads back. Both teams knotted up in the service aces with 2. Hamill gets it over. Hayworth set. Hamill set. Smrek met at the net by Saris. And Smrek gets matched up.
Strong block by IU, up and ready, really disciplined with their hands. You saw that ball go deep off the block, but because they were able to keep them turned in towards the center of the court and also finish down, keeps her from being tooled.
Hamill. Smrek answers back with a strike.
Hoosiers have struggled to have an answer for Smrek, but really not too much of a surprise when she is able to swing with that velocity and from the trajectory that she has. That is going to be a really tough ball to get under. Gary for IU was right where she needed to be, but when it's coming at you that fast, it's tough to get your platform.
Franklin, and error on the service return. Gone.
Great float on that serve. Difficult to put it where you want from a passing perspective when it's moving like that.
Substitutions. Alonzo Corsellis checks back in. She's been a factor here for the Hoosiers with 5 kills, 11 attempts. Franklin in the net. Service error. So Saris goes back.
Saris goes back to serve. 5-4 Badgers. IU, this match just started off a little bit slow, kind of just on both sides of the net. It's really anyone's to take at this point. Got to find the momentum on one side.
Service out of bounds. Teams returning service errors. Crawford. And it was an overpass in the Badgers' favor. Going in, blocked from Smrek, but play alive. And this one trying to find the back court. Put a point for the Badgers.
For the most part in that rally, the Badger block was able to read where the Hoosiers were going with the ball. They knew who was eliminated out of the offense, were able to adjust, made it very difficult for Indiana to get a score there.
Service, ace, Cece Crawford.
Coach Aird reaches for the challenge card. Looks like he changes his mind. Instead makes a sub. That was a great serve. It almost seemed like it went over the shoulder of the passer, but still somehow paints that back line. A lot of drop out of that by Crawford.
Bump in at the net. 1-1. Alonzo Corsellis finds the back red.
Alonzo Corsellis rips at the ball, tries to go deep or go for hands. Badgers, though, get the side out with that going long. Starting to pull away, 9-4 Badgers.
Hamill, Tammy Thomas, Ilara with a point for the Hoosiers as they get to 5, down 4.
Hayworth and Colheed with that block. Way to get up. They timed it just right. Again, IU's block has been really disciplined tonight, getting their hands over quick and finishing.
Daphne sets it. Hamill, Tammy Thomas, Ilara gets the kill.
Lopez reached a little bit there. Daphne was sitting right behind it. So, you know, in defense, you call that pattern like a scissor. You want to have one player going short, one player going deep. Unfortunately, though, in that case, it was more meant for the deep, you know, the deep defender, but instead the short got to it first and didn't quite make the dig.
Hayworth set. In for the strike. Ramelsburg.
Strong slide there by Ramelsburg. When you time that approach just right, you really have a lot of range hitting a slide. She's able to pull it line if she wants. She's able to go high and cross like she did just there. Slides are almost all in the approach. It's all about timing.
Ashburn sets it. High into the air it goes.
Great dig by Gary.
Ashburn another set. Robinson trying to close the point out. Franklin. Ashburn again at that center. At the net, trying to block it off the tape. And Booth and Robinson. But a point for Indiana as it goes out of bounds.
Gary made some really great reads on that play, and there was also a lot of communication from the Hoosiers on that. A lot of things were out of system, a little bit crazy, but they communicated. They were able to put up strong attacks back at the Badgers and win the point.
Ashburn passes to Thomas Ilara. Center back court.
Mills almost got her hands on that, but just a little bit late on the dig. Thomas Ilara gets a nice deep kill, great swing.
Kuschekin back to serve. 3 assists today with 4 digs. Franklin. Ramsey Gary to Hayworth. Play goes on. And Orgel trying to keep it in, but trouble there in the back for Wisconsin.
Hoosiers are in their comfort zone right now. They are a team that defends hard and they keep coming back at you over and over and over again. This is where they're most comfortable. Grinding out every rally, getting some great digs. The longer the rally goes, the more in favor it is for them. That's just their style of play. It's their identity. It's where they love to be.
Alonzo Corsellis, Ashburn, Carter Booth. Trying to finish off that point for the Hoosiers. Sending in the back. Hayworth, Ashburn just out of reach and a point for the Hoosiers.
Looks like IU has also maybe made a few backcourt adjustments on defense. It almost seems like with a lot of these attacks coming from Wisconsin, their defenders are perfectly in the right spot. They're able to get the ball up because they're where they should be. They're in their favorite swing. Could have been a great adjustment by IU.
Orgel. Franklin, center back court kill for Franklin.
Franklin gets a great out-of-system set from the backcourt there. Orgel puts up a great ball cross court, and because Franklin waited on that set and timed her approach and was still able to be aggressive, she had really all options and puts up a great swing.
Hayworth sets it and sends Gustekin back on that one. Backcourt again. Point Wisconsin.
Great dig by Gustekin. Franklin's figured out that when the swing is pulled down, IU is there, but she's been reaching high and going deep, and they're not able to get those balls up.
Timeout called by Coach Aird's squad in Indiana. Well, of course, Indiana got the win against Illinois to start off 1-0. Wisconsin got
much, but every match matters in this conference. Because like you said, traditionally a lot of bids for the NCAA tournament are coming out of this conference. There's a lot to play for. You're really never out of it until you let yourself be out of it. You got to come to play every single night. So even though it's just been one match and the standings don't necessarily mean a lot, every night you get a chance to compete for a W means a lot. So this afternoon, IU is looking, hey, we want to be 2-0 in the Big Ten Conference. That'd be huge for us. Badgers the same way, though, because 10 matches from now, one match means a lot.
And Big Ten Conference play is kind of just like a season-long playoff, as all these teams are also competing against each other for the tournament. And out of the timeout, a point for the Hoosiers.
They use that block over on the right side. It's worked for them a lot tonight.
Robinson bump. Now going in. Hayworth set. Whistle blows. Point Wisconsin. What happened there?
Double contact on the set there. For Robinson, though, if we rewind at the very beginning of that play, she passes the serve and passes to attack. That takes a lot of practice, a lot of discipline. A lot of times hitters will start running over to their spot to start their approach, and they're not ready for the serve. She stays patient, takes care of the first ball, and then brings in a hard attack.
Hamill got it over the net. Hayworth. And powerful there. Franklin able to find an opening.
Smrek takes the second ball there, but puts up a great set for Franklin to go up and paint the back line.
Franklin almost about to catch up to Smrek as a leader in kills. Geddes and Smrek tied at 10, leading both of their squads. Making plays. Saris and Smrek sends it out. Overpass trying to do that, but too powerful on there.
Smrek tries to punch it over onto just long. 15-11 Badgers, but the Hoosiers are still right there. If they're able to put up a nice string of points, get themselves back in it, stay true to their identity, give themselves a chance in this match.
Geddes, Orgel in front of Gustekin. Dug it up. Crawford, and a great pancake from Ramsey Gary, but the point will end. Point for Wisconsin, up 5.
That play started with a really, really tough serve, but then the Hoosiers kind of got a little bit caught off guard with the play that came back over the net. Double contact on Hayworth. Just a strange play. Got to stay composed, get it in, keep it in play.
And in the back, there's Saris. Thomas Ilara trying to get in, but Hayworth and Colheed.
A disciplined Indiana block was waiting there over on the outside. With who was setting that ball for Thomas Ilara, you knew it was going to go back to the outside. Their block timed it perfectly, was able to get the side out.
Service error, Saris, point Wisconsin. Badgers looking to get a run going, now up 5. Looking for a sweep in their conference home opener. And a block duo of Thomas Aylara and Booth, the transfers.
Hayworth is so athletic, and she loves being able to make that reverse the flow, quote unquote, set to the back pin. Badgers, though, are waiting for that. They know she prefers that. She's able to get a great set out there, but the block is just waiting.
Service ace for the Badgers. Crawford getting the work since Coach Aird and the Hoosiers to a timeout to go down 7. Wisconsin, a 3-0 scoring run.
In the first set for Tatum, and she's really just, done a great job performing. She's been aggressive. She's been great behind the service line. She's brought some fire to the IU team. He's given the Badgers some trouble over there.
So, yep, Geddes, 10 kills.
Receive, and they needed to be patient in rallies. IU's strengths are behind the service line and in defense. And that identity is shown today a lot. They've definitely battled hard, but the Badgers are ready. They've stayed composed in serve receive. They've been able to put some good balls up and keep their offense involved.
Crawford out of the timeout and out of her service ace. Tallying on another one in this match. Franklin. Hamill on there on the court. Thomas Aylara sent it over. Smrek bumps it. Hamill sets it to Thomas Aylara. Hayworth set to Colheed. Ramsey Gary. Hayworth. Smrek trying to keep the rally on, but can't pass it on. And Indiana gets a point.
Colheed gets the kill there in a long rally. A lot of times as a middle, if you are able to get up in transition, you have a great chance of scoring, especially just by the style and usually the speed of the set that goes to the middle. If you've got a middle that's able to work hard and get up in transition like Colheed did on that one, gives you a really great chance to win a long rally like that.
Wiping the floor. Gets it over. Franklin Smrek at the net. Alonzo Corsellis trying to get the block. Hamill. Thomas Aylara. Oh, it gets sent back. And it went in. What?
Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter how. Colheed is in the right place at the right time. Takes it off the shoulder. Goes back over the net for a kill. That's a kill.
A kill can come in many forms, as you said, as Colheed gets one accidentally and kind of delivered a strike off of it.
Accidentally, we think. You never know.
The stat sheet will not. The stat sheet will not say what happened there. Hamill, Booth, into the 20s. The Badgers go.
Hamill to Booth, that's a connection that has really strengthened over the course of the year. Early on, they maybe had a few miscommunications here and there, but I feel like with each match, the Badgers have come even closer and closer, Hamill and Booth, to getting that to work out. Same with Ashburn and Booth.
Ashburn, Badgers 5 away from a sweep. Puts it over. Lopez, backcourt, point, Indiana.
Lopez is there covering her hitters every single play. That is huge. That takes a lot of attentiveness in the backcourt. You want to be the type of backcourt player and defender that gives your hitters another chance. You always joke, fluff the stats. That could have been a block. That could have been an error on the hitter's part, but because your backcourt's there defending you, you get another shot.
Here's the top spin serve from Hayworth. Robinson gets the point though, and Indiana can't capitalize with Hayworth serving.
Devin on the slide takes what the block was giving her. She went up with a single block on that one, and they were blocking her line, so she takes cross court. Great play. Running from left front to right front. When that happens, you really have to watch the pass and the speed of the set. Make sure you're not too early, not too late.
Gustekin. And a service ace for Gulse Gustekin.
Tough serve by the Badgers. Tonight we've seen them, show up behind the service line. Got quite a few aces from the Badgers this afternoon.
Gustekin again. A confidence builder for her. Ashburn had to lunge out. Point Indiana, Custody down to 6.
Great set on the quick there. IU finishes it. Still trying to hang in there in this set.
Onto Corsellis. Served it. Franklin now on the attack. Hayworth set. Geddes smacked it into Orgel. Free play for Booth. And she gets the point.
Carter Booth waits patiently for that overpass, goes and gets it at just the right time. Those are not quite as easy as a lot of people think. You gotta keep your eye on it, make sure that you are hitting it right at the perfect time so that you're not, not violating the net or anything like that.
Hayworth sets it. Geddes out of play. Point Wisconsin, and that makes it match point for the Badgers. The verge of a sweep. Up 8, and Coach Aird will seemingly call timeout. It looks like we might be going to review. And we indeed are.
It's like a challenge from the Hoosiers on that last play. Silences the crowd on their match point chant, hoping to give the Hoosiers a chance to extend this match even longer.
As we look at the replay, seeing if it went off of a Badger. And what do you see there, Haley? And going ahead, looking up at the future matchups of these teams, the upcoming matchups. Indiana, they'll play Iowa and Nebraska at home before they head to Penn State. Badgers, on the other hand, after this one, they'll go to Ohio State. That'll be a tough one for Wisconsin. Then they'll host Michigan and then go on the road at Iowa. So you await the call of this challenge late here by Aird.
It's tough to see, we don't have the same view as the down referee does.
And typically,
I'm not sure I saw a touch on this, but again, we don't have the same view.
Trying to see if that ball changed trajectory or if that finger goes back. That's usually with that side camera, but.
Right. It's not easy to see. It looks like it goes in between Franklin's hands on the block. They're taking quite a long time though, so there must be something they might be able to see.
Play is still under review. A lot of times when they go this long, you might just stick with the call on the court. They're still at the bench for this touch or no touch.
Yeah, I wonder what the down referee has seen down there that she's given it such a good look. I know you want to get the call right.
And looks like they got it. And it stays for the Badgers, and it will indeed be match point. Wisconsin up 8.
Yeah, the call stands. It has to be, without a doubt to overturn, and down referee didn't see anything to indicate a touch. So we've got match point Badgers. Orgel to serve.
Wisconsin looking to win another conference matchup. They have a streak. In Indiana, they have a streak too. They're looking for another consecutive win. They're alive. Now down 7.
Ramelsburg wants to keep going. She gets up on the quick, sides out. Gary behind the service line. Give the Hoosiers a chance to make a comeback in this set.
The Badgers looking for their 21st straight conference win in the beginning of the season. 11-0. Robinson at the net and denied. Point for the Hoosiers. They're fighting back.
They are. They put up a disciplined block there. They're all over Robinson. They put up 2 blockers. She's been successful with just one, but that time they were able to get that complete and finish their hands in the court.
Gary sends it. Gustekin on. There's Robinson trying to find, and it's a does. Point Wisconsin. They sweep Indiana, and they've won 20 consecutive conference matches.
ये रानी हमारी अखिया से, ये रानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान। ये रानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान। तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान। ये रानी तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान।
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज।
केकरा सहारे रहबै, केकरा से दू बोलिया बोलबै। अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़बै। केकरा सहारे रहबै, केकरा से दू बोलिया बोलबै। अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब। के रानी सोमी लागे आंसुआ गिरैले देहिया काप के लगे जा। के रानी हमर अखिया से